Alrighty viewers, MikeMoneyGMR here, and we're back with more Legaia 2, and we made it out of the place we were in last time. I thought we might as well do some chatting to see if it changes anything, now that we're actually there. Oh, so the aerolith is here? Say, these are ruins, right? And they're floating in the sky. It's kind of romantic. Anything else? Nope. Alright, anyway, let me just show you my new equipment. Because I did get some new equipment for Sharon and Mike. I got the silver bell for Sharon. It is better against spirits, but it also increased her strength a little bit. And I got the force veil for Mike here, which is a actual downgrade from the Legaia blade, but it adds wind instead of earth. And since he was resistant to wind, I thought that might actually help. Though those bird enemies, they might be strong against wind, so I don't know. Guess we'll just have to wait and find out. But I thought to myself, you know, might as well buy it and see if it works, and if it doesn't, well, we can always go back to the quantum bell, which I can also make into another weapon if I absolutely have to. But anyway, I was going to actually meet you at that portal thing that we found, but you know, since I didn't find anything on the way out, so I thought, well, there's really no reason to leave it in, but instead I just wanted to show you all that and then just head back to it. Just in case we ran into any new enemies, you know, since that is a possibility. I think this will lead straight to us. Let's go up here. So you think you're doing your viewers justice by cutting out a battle and it ends up being new enemies. So it ends up that we're fighting some new enemies here, so let's just check them out. We got the Hanged Hydra, the Ars Ogul, I think so you say that, or Aris Arg, I'm not sure. But yeah, we got those enemies, so let's see what we can do. I had both Sharon and Mike attack these two. Like to attack the Hanged Hydra, since I knew both, since their attacks would definitely hit him a lot easier. And of course you would one-shot it.
Come on! Is that all you've got for me?
This enemy's able to block. He's not strong against wind, so that's another bonus. I love it. Look at that sword too. Look at that bad boy.
Take that! All right.
8,000 damage. Hell yeah!
As I thought.
Actually, it might be actually a little over-leveled if all of us can do that. Nice. So far, it doesn't seem like we're getting in too much danger here. You know? Might as well not waste any EAP on this guy if we can help it. But yeah, I felt really bad because I was like, you know, I'm just gonna cut this out, you know, and it'll save some time, make the episode a little bit better, so if they want to worry about the next fight that I do. It ends up being new enemies. I'm just like, well, shit. But that's okay, it happens to the best of us. Best of us Let's Players out there, I guess I should say it like that. Especially when you're doing an RPG, it's just like, what do you leave in and what do you cut out?
Pay attention!
That's why I ask myself a lot.
Ready? Run!
I still love it so much whenever I had this enemy that was like completely drained of HP and he still managed to block one of my moves. I was like, what, did your dead corpse help you prevent yourself from getting killed? Well, I'm just leveled up, that's great. We have a bunch of curing shit, by the way. I looked at all of like the items we had, and we're like pretty prepared for this, like when it comes to healing. You know, we have the heal powders and heal leaves if we want to use those in between battles, which you know me, I'm bad at doing that.
I'll gladly fight you.
Yeah, hold on a second, viewers. Alright, we're back. Let's continue on, shall we? Just got a heal leaf and a wind spirit stone from those guys. Killed him in one shot for the most part with the help of Legaia, so that was pretty amazing. Must admit. Ooh. God Fist Doublet. Protects against dark. Alright. What the hell? Well, yeah, we'll do that. I was gonna say Sharon might get us out of a bind if we have her help us, but no, I think this is a good idea. Let's see if he survives this fight, you know, since I just came back.
Come on.
Oh, we have a new enemy anyway. We kids. Or what kids? That's good. As you can see, I annihilated my AP a little bit. I kind of went a little crazy in the last fight. I think I actually used a, you know, one of these attacks, like one of the reds. Hyper Arts, that's right. If I really wanted to annihilate my AP, I could just use a variable art. But against these guys, that'd be kind of stupid. No, wait, I want you to use Deadly Hands. Because I need you to go all out since you don't really have much in the way of offense right now against most of these enemies. I still love how the characters watch each other. Enemies watch you beating on their enemy friends. Your characters watch you get your ass kicked. It's just like, that's kind of a nice touch, you gotta admit, because I guess like in a realistic battle thing, you would not be watching, you'd be helping, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, in the case of like, if you thought they didn't need help, you might sit and watch and see what's going on. But I tend to say stupid stuff, I'm gonna say. Not bad. He didn't kill it, but not bad. Came very close. I wonder for the characters that don't use weapons, what their attack rate is dependent on. Like I know his are like his shoes. I know in some cases. But other than that, I wonder if like his fist attack is based on anything. You know, kind of how like in Chrono Trigger, a certain character that you get, it like is unarmed throughout the entire game, and it's like, oh, their attack goes up by their level. As if anybody's not gonna know who I'm talking about, but still, it's just like I want to keep it in the dark just for fun. We'll have you take that guy out. We'll have them finish off the other enemies. That should do it. Unless he blocks every single one. For you, I'm not taking any chances. Ooh, nice. Stole some G. I still wonder, does that apply to, like, apply a little bit extra to the money you find at the end of the battle too, or is that like what you would have, like, is that part of what you would have gotten anyway? I love thinking of game mechanics like that. Windblade. Windblade is actually the most versatile attack, I know that for the most part, because it's the one that connects with most of your other attacks.
All right.
I'm I did use that word right? How can you steal HP? That's retarded. I don't get that. I mean, I know it would be doing damage, of course, but what I mean is like, in like the case of like vampire attacks, you know, it takes HP away from you by draining it. But like whenever it uses the word steal, I just think that's stupid. Why would they use the word steal? Alright, let's keep going. There's probably a treasure chest on the other side. I guess we can go and check real fast. I mean, wait, what's this? He was hurt a little bit, but not too much. Like I said, this place doesn't seem that bad.
Look, behind you!
It's going to be really difficult to tell, you know, when I need to stop this episode because of how many times I've cut so far. No matter. It's not like it's a big deal. Alright, what I want you to do this time. Oops, why do I keep doing that? Sure, let's go completely balls to the wall and hit him with everything we got. I do want to try that. I want to see. Let's see, can he do that? Like, let's just go a little crazy here and have him attack with everything he has at the end. I know he'll lose some AP, but I want to see how much damage he can do right now at his current level. I love those camera angles during moves. It's amazing.
As I thought.
He just did like almost 1,300. Like, 13,000, I guess.
I have you!
7,000, so not a whole lot, but he still does a pretty decent amount despite that. You know, I gotta admit, that wind blade though, I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but I gotta say this. The wind blade, I gotta admit, it looks like it'd be sharper than the one we had before. That Gaia blade looks like you'd be just smacking someone with a board.
All right!
Oh. Which I remember, I think it's a funny thing that I want to mention up here too. I remember I was watching H.C. Bailey, and he was talking about wooden swords in video games and how stupid that is for the most part. He's like, well, what are you supposed to do with it? You know, like, what do you expect to, like, how do you expect to hurt a, you know, monster with that or whatever in this case? And a lot of people were like basically saying stuff like, well, you could bludgeon it with it, you know, bludgeon it. You could, what's the other thing? Making like, you could somewhat cut it in a way if like it's like splintering a little bit. Like if like the sword was splintering a little bit, you'd be able to cut it a little bit. And I mean, there has been like some wooden swords that I've seen available that actually do have a slight edge to them. Not that it would cut anything, but you know, it's there. Not that I'm trying to start a whole debate about, you know, how would you hurt people with wooden swords for realistic nature. I'm just saying it's funny when you think about it. I also love how a lot of RPGs do that. Well, like, not RPGs, but there is some things, you know, where, like, a character, you know, starts out with a wooden sword, and you're like, why a wooden sword? Why don't I have a real one? Like, in the case of, you know, Legend of Zelda, it makes sense, because, you know, he's a kid. He shouldn't really have a real sword. Like, they usually say he's in the teens, right, or whatever. And so it's like, yeah, you probably don't want to give a teenager a freaking sword, because if a realistic sword, they would hurt themselves. Like, I remember that's the reason why, when I was younger, I really wanted a real sword. And my dad was like, hell no. And I kept asking him why I couldn't have it. And he was like, you would end up like cutting your brother with it or something like that. You know, you guys would end up like cutting each other and like have to go to the like hospital. And looking back, you know, I was like, oh, he's right. You know, we could have done that because we like to play sword fight. You know, every kid likes to do that. And so it makes sense that if you weren't careful, you know, you would hurt yourself really badly with a realistic sword. And at that time, you know, it wasn't like the realistic swords they have at like, you know, I'm just gonna say like medieval fair like things, you know. And instead it was like the one they had that I wanted had this like plastic bar. I'm like making hand gestures like you could see it. But like it had this plastic bar on it, and then it had on both sides the blade edges, right? And so I don't know if the plastic bar was supposed to come off, you know, but that's what they had. Nowadays they have it, like, you know, if you go to something like that, they sell swords and holsters, you know, or whatever, so that you can't, you know, try and hurt someone with it while you're there. Which, of course, if you did that, you're an idiot in the first place. But I'm just saying, since you're not supposed to have weapons like that in public, just available to you, you know, that they make it where instead they have the like the case is able to be tied up so that you only get to carry the blade around inside its case or whatever, which is kind of neat, you gotta admit. And then once you get home, of course, you can take it out. And if you're a weirdo like most guys are, you swing it around a little bit and then put it up and then display it somewhere. Okay, we all got struck with it, and that's just wonderful. Which, of course, then is a bad thing to have on you because you can't heal with it. So, yeah, I guess that's a good thing. Where was I? We were talking about swords, and I was talking about how it's silly if you have a sword that's not even sharp on the edges. But yeah, I think that's enough of that. Let's, talk about something else. I'll just do that move there. Work has been pretty hectic lately. You know, we're getting into the busier part of the year for me, and so it's just like, holy shit, there's like all this stuff to do now. And we're also losing people because they're complaining about, you know, this, that, and the other, which I think is just hilarious. So there's that. I'm sorry that move's gonna be so boring seeing it 3 times in a row, but I just didn't want to waste any, you know, extra moves on that. I'm sure that momentary pause was really nice for you, because I know it was nice for me, because I've just been talking nonstop. Have you ever talked so much you're giving yourself a headache? I don't think I've ever done that until I started Let's Playing. It's funny. I mean, it usually goes away if I, you know, go away from the device for a little bit, take a drink and all that. It usually goes away, but there's sometimes I'm just like, holy crap. The effect of the cooking has worn off. Well, that doesn't surprise me because we were doing less damage. Okay, so, So we should no longer be venomed, right? Okay. I know it probably drives people crazy whenever I use, you know, the heal powders first, but I just think to myself, I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to get rid of them anyway, so, you know, might as well use them. Because I know if I was watching somebody and they were healing themselves, I mean, I know in I know there's a game called Final Fantasy does that, where it's not the one I'm playing, but like the original Final Fantasy for the NES, it's like, oh, you want to heal yourself? You're gonna have to use like 5 healing potions. Let's see. I think we're getting close. I'm gonna go for like a few more minutes. So let's continue down here just a little bit more and just see if there's anything we missed. No. Okay. So waste of time. I don't know. It's just one of those things. I mean,
I have better things to do.
you know what? Let me check something. We'll use Hellfire Wings and see if that one-shots him, because that's not the move I used before, but I want to see if that one-shots them, seeing as how, oops, we got the, I did Gale Force, that's right. Cooking gone, I want to make sure I get these guys killed fast. Deadly Hands, Iron Fist, Lightning Kick, and that's it. Okay. You know, I don't know if people think I'm crazy for adding that extra move in, but I just think to myself, I put it in this, you know, way of thinking. It's like, well, that little extra hit could make or break the, you know, death of the enemy. If you don't add it, you know, like, so he just did 528 just doing that one move. He could have only had, you know, what do you say, 400 HP left, and that would have ended him, you know. Yeah, that one shot at him. Sweet.
I still need experience?
I still need experience? That's a weird one. Hey, we got another level up, alright. Now, in this game, you can't take out him, like, you can't remove him from the party, right? Oh, you can. Well, apparently, I think. Let's see. No, it doesn't let you, that's right. I like that, but I hate it at the same time. You know, I don't know. Okay, let's heal up after that. Kind of a waste to use that on him, but oh well. So, what does he have equipped again? Mr. Fextrus. Nomadic Necklace, AP cost down, Spellbind Guard, Reckless Attack, and Hit Gold. Then the Babble, Anti-Seal, MP cost down, Agility boost, and Gold Thief. Vampire Symbol. Oh, which once it's finished, we don't want this anymore, I don't think. And you can't equip another one, so, just out of curiosity, do we have something that, oh, if we leveled this up, except for the fact that it would give us, I can't remember, just barrier, take away our, no, just block special attacks if you use defense, that's right. Critical guard, increase resistance to critical attacks. Where's the, like, do I have anything that is helpful against blind? Type Berserk, Confusion, and Kamikaze. No, we don't. Okay. So, well, at least somebody either hasn't already equipped it or, you know, something else. But anyway, that's enough for this episode. It's actually getting really long, I'm sure. So when we come back, we will I'll be back at that, you know, portal if I'm not already there, and we'll move on. Till then, everyone. Bye.